Well, hello. I want to welcome you to another exciting episode of Pens in Use. As always, this is a show where I look at the pens I'm using this week and the inks that are in them. This week, the pens that I have in use are, from left to right, Aihao 718, which is actually empty, but I used it up in less than a week, so I felt like I should share it anyway. Boston Safety Pen, which is on its new fill. Lamy 2000, as always. Platignum Studio. Aihao, some complicated number that I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll tell you when I get there. A Wing Sung 618, Wing Sung 601, Sheaffer 300, and a Sheaffer Taranis. So if videos like this interest you, where I look at pens that I'm using and inks that I'm using, please feel free to subscribe. And if anything that I talk about, any of these pens, strikes your fancy, or anything else I bring up this week strikes your fancy, please feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I enjoy, the reason I keep doing this is my interaction with the audience. So let's get into the pens. As always, I'll record this in my Bomo Art Journal, which is a Hungarian notebook made in Budapest, Hungary, and will be the subject of an upcoming review. Now, before I start writing, this Wing Sung 718 is empty, but I felt it deserved mention because I did use it this week. Kind of an interesting pen. It's modeled after some kind of a Mont Blanc. It's doesn't look too special on the outside. It looks a little more special, maybe not in a good way, when I unscrew the cap and you go, dang, where's the nib? Well, I bought this pen. It was actually, well, it's not a safety pen. It's a pen with a retractable nib. And there's the nib. So if I, oops, wrong way. See? So if I twist this, the nib comes out. If I pull it, that's how I fill the pen. So I pull it and twist it and I fill the pen, but it's empty right now, so I won't write with it this week. But expect to see it again. Like I said, I ran through the ink in this pen quicker than I ran through the days of the week. On its second fill this week, though, is my Boston Safety Pen. I have a new ink in it. I got bored with Heart of Darkness. So let's take a look. So the Nooglers Boston Safety Pen, I finished it up last week. I refilled it almost right away. I think it went one day empty. I decided to put one of my more, shall we say, troublesome inks in it. Now, on the screen, I already know this isn't looking like much. It may look like something under magnification, but let's just see. Maybe you can tell that that's not a black ink. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm using a Noodler's ink. This is one that has a tendency to dry very quickly in pens. This is Noodler's Manjiro Nakahama, also known as Whaleman Sepia. Very unique ink. It's sort of modeled after the inks that were used in the old whaling logbooks and such. I guess they use squid ink and who knows what all in it. It's just a very dark brown ink, and it looks like chocolate milk in the bottle, but do not drink, because ew. As always, my Lamy 2000 is inked up. I'm using Lamy Black, as always. Just very happy with this pen. Not my most expensive pen, not my nicest pen. Just kind of the best pen for writing day to day. I've been doing videos on Survivor pens lately. I would say that Lamy 2000 could almost survive a nuclear war. It's just a great pen to use. Now, this next one was a gift to me from a viewer and a pen pal. This is a Platignum Studio. No, I did not say Platinum. I actually did say Platignum. I had known very little about this brand before. Actually, thanks to another viewer, I have a whole batch of Birmingham inks that I'm slowly working my way through. This is another sample of a Birmingham ink. At the moment, this pen is inked up because I have plans of it being one of my upcoming pen reviews sometime in the next few weeks or 2 months. I'm trying to get ahead on my videos. Right now, I'm up to February 14th with pen reviews, working on getting further ahead. I want to get past Science Olympiad with the pen reviews, and then I'll feel like I'm in A-OK shape. And I will feel like I have the free time to innovate and try some other types of videos, such as driving videos and so on. I just have not had time to work on. But it was great having the backlog this week, because holy cow, did I not get anything filmed. I'm even filming this at the last minute. It's Thursday night. Pens in Use is due tomorrow. So I am really glad I had a pen review ready. I butchered the name of this lovely earlier. This is an Aihao 20,253. That's how I know. It's feels like a disposable pen, but it's actually been filled with a cartridge. I'm sorry, not a cartridge, a converter. The last one, because I own 2 of these, it came in a set of 2. The other one I had was filled with a cartridge. This I did converter fill. This is also one of the Birmingham inks. So you may have watched Fred Rogers as a kid. I did. We had a black and white TV then. But I remember him. So the color means nothing to me because my memories of Fred Rogers are all in black and white. Forgot a number there. 2,253. The ink is Birmingham. Fred Rogers. Cardigan red. Now the pen may not look like much, but it's actually a decent writer. Yet another upcoming review. And I just happened to notice, let's see if you can see it. I think we've had a crack here. But anyway, this is a Wing Sung 618. This is a pen that is probably, you could say, kind of a knockoff of the Parker 51, but definitely with some improvements. I like the piston filler better than the aerometric filler. Whoops. And somebody forgot that was the piston filler knob as he went to demonstrate. I thought I remembered that this was a piston filler knob that locks. Clearly not. Except I'm positive that that's in my show notes. So I think what actually happened is I started to unscrew the piston mechanism itself from the barrel. Which doesn't make it better that this happened. It just, yeah. Alright, so I have something bad to say about this pen when I review it. I was very happy until just this moment. So this is Birmingham. Forbes Field Green. So worked up, I got it off the screen. So that is what happens with live YouTube. Also, my mat will need some cleaning after this, and I splashed on my notebook, and yay, I'm just real thrilled with all that. So, yes, you're supposed to be able to pull this loose, which is what I was about to demonstrate. It's very tight, but that's what you do to actually fill it. Just pull it back, and then twist, which I was not going to do, but as you saw there, I just started unscrewing. Let's see if I can have a little bit of a less of a disaster with this next Chinese pen. This is also a Wing Sung. This is a Wing Sung 601. I saw this reviewed, I don't remember which reviewer, but it's kind of modeled on the Parker Vacuumatic, but I think, knowing the internal mechanism that it doesn't use a bladder, it goes 1 or 2 steps, maybe 3 or 4 steps better than the Parker Vacuumatic. But also, definitely that Parker 51 aesthetic. And what you can barely make out, there's an ink window here, a feeder tube here that comes up, and then what you can't see up here because it's not a demonstrator, a wider section with this plunger that comes down and the spring creates suction, pulls ink up through the tube, and then it drops back down. So it might be interesting cleaning this pen out. We'll find out. This is not one of the pens due for an immediate review because I've not owned this pen long enough. It just arrived 2 days ago. But as you just saw that 618, I've had one of them since August, and wow, never had that happen before. So pens are always full of surprises. So this is another Birmingham ink. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is my 4th one in a row. I forgot to write Birmingham on the first one. And I just misspelled Birmingham. Wow. Birmingham Phipps. Get me some of that Phipps Cola, or is it Phibbs, or Mr. Phibbs? I can't remember. I have not actually had any soda in several years. I have other bad habits, but that does not happen to be one of them. And again, talking when I should be writing. Verbana. Oh, there we're done. So Birmingham Phipps Conservatory Verbana. It's a 1970s pen. It's nothing special. It's nice enough. It's a Sheaffer 300. No, 330, sorry. Diamond-shaped inlaid nib. Just neat. Neat. So it's a Sheaffer 330. Another Birmingham ink. This one's sort of special, though. I will tell you why after I get done writing. Birmingham Allegheny River Twilight. So, not a bad looking pen. It's one of those slim black pens I like. That icky converter I just got done saying is not one of my favorite features of the Parker 51. Although I guess it's easy to fix, so there is that. I think that the clip is a little short in several of my Sheaffers. Not the last one I'm going to show you, but this one for sure. So on that topic, I actually lived, I guess, from 9th grade till 12th grade, and I still have family there, in a little town in Pennsylvania called Coudersport. I moved to North Dakota after college, but, you know, I'm an alumnus of Coudersport Junior Senior High School. And anyway, the Allegheny River runs right through the heart of Coudersport, Pennsylvania. So I felt a little attachment there. By the time it gets to Pittsburgh, where these inks are named, it's a little bit bigger than it is in Coudersport, but yeah, I get to see it when it's small. And the part through town is all in a channel, a concrete lined channel, because of flooding issues. It actually used to go right behind my workplace where I used to work in high school, which was Fox's Pizza Den in Coudersport, Pennsylvania, if you're interested. So, yeah, just gave him a little shout out. So, if you're wandering Highway 6 through Pennsylvania, stop in and have a pizza at Coudersport's Fox's Pizza Den. So, they also... I haven't been in the place in a few years, and the people I worked for no longer own it. But you know, when I worked there, they also had burgers and wings and ice cream and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, memories. I have seen a lot of the Allegheny River, and I went to college about 60 miles north of Pittsburgh. My last pen in the crew is also a Sheaffer. This is a very modern Sheaffer. This is a Sheaffer Taranis, one of my upcoming reviews. It's a special edition, but I was lucky enough to find it for priced at the same size as the regular Taranis, so, you know, decent price. There's a Scuderia on the name somehow. If I knew more about Ferraris, maybe I'd know what that means, but I don't, and I will probably look it up when I get to doing the review, but then I won't care after that. What appealed to me about Sheaffer Taranis was... yes, it's just a semi-hooded nib, but it looked kind of neat with this doohickey on the barrel, or on the grip. And, yeah, so I bought one, and when I was looking, I saw this was bright red, and I didn't even notice the Ferrari till it showed up, so that was kind of neat. So this is a Sheaffer Taranis Scuderia. And if I remember correctly, this is a medium nib. I don't know that because I can't tell. And the ink in this thing is the Birmingham Duquesne. B-I-R. So again, all these Birmingham inks are named after places and people associated with Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I have been to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I went to college 60 miles north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, well, I'll just tell you, in a place called Grove City College, and someday I'll have to give you my feelings on that place. But anyway, it's kind of neat that they've just really explored a specific place. Now you look at it, and apparently these bottles, these are not inks made in Pittsburgh, they're imported. But they're meant, I guess, to be inspired by places and people in Pittsburgh, so that's cool. I like the Iroshizuku inks. The coolest thing about them is colors of Japan. I've always thought a North Dakota line of colors would be really interesting. You know, coneflower purple. I'm just feeling that one. Sunset over the prairie. Wheat fields. Fall wheat fields. Harvest wheat fields. That sounds even better. Spring wheat fields. You know, use your imagination. Thunderstorm sky, petroleum black. Yes, we've got oil industry here, so let's acknowledge it. You know, I just think the idea is cool, even though maybe the colors aren't necessarily unique. I'll be honest. I would feel less attachment to a lot of colors if they weren't named the same. And you know, as much as you may say, oh no, I am totally objective, I only go by the color. Names really do have an association. It goes back to that old thing about a rose by any other name would not be the same. So, all right, so those are my pens in use. Now I'm going to throw in a little extra here. I had some questions this week, and one of my viewers, Jerry550, suggested that I should answer some of these questions in a video, and I thought, yeah, you're right, I should. I haven't done a driving video in a while. I've been busy. Just work has been killing me lately. It's one of the busiest times of my year. And it'll slow down again after this week. But I'm in the heart of it right now. But it doesn't really slow down until March. But anyway, I got to thinking, you know, I don't have time to do the research or the outlining for a proper driving video of any kind. But I do have time Saturday morning to sit down and film a little something to upload for Sunday morning. So what I think I'm going to do Saturday morning, assuming I wake up early enough, which, watch, this will be the one time I don't wake up early enough, because waking up early really isn't a problem for me. I'm a morning person, not a night person, and you can probably tell from my voice and my handwriting and all the spelling and other errors I made tonight that, yeah, I'm filming this kind of late at night. But anyway, I'm going to... I spent some time through this week writing down those questions, and I'm going to spend some time answering them. I don't know that I'll do a perfect job or the best job, but I'm going to just make an effort, and I'll probably over my shoulder I'll have... I don't want to use any new footage because I honestly haven't gone that many places. I've got a trip down Highway 10, but I want to save that for something. So I might recycle some footage that hasn't been properly used or else hasn't been seen in a while. So we'll see what I throw over my shoulder. Another thing, once work slows down again in March, that has been suggested to me. I've had two suggestions. Some of you caught that I, for about 30 seconds, attempted a live stream, just testing the waters, see if I knew what I was doing and see if it would work. I am looking at doing something like that. Now, I don't see how it could be a regular feature with the nature of my job. And you might say, well, teachers only work from, 7 till 3 every day. Well, no, not this teacher. I have to give up a lot of Saturdays and sometimes Sundays for my job. But, when my work slows down again, I was wondering about a live stream. What would be the benefit of doing a live stream? I would probably have to do a different setting because right now I can't see my computer screen, and I can tell because I've engaged in one or two other fountain pen reviewers live streams, and yeah, they need to be able to read their computer screen. So I'd probably have to change this format a little bit, maybe do it in my living room or something. But would there be any value to me doing a live stream? What would I talk about in the live stream? And I know that there's not constant questions. So what do is the patter or conversation while I'm waiting on interaction with viewers. And what would be a good time to do it? And I know that Larry Barones, for example, does a show every Sunday, and I don't want to interfere with that. I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. It's new territory for me. It's not something I'd ever thought about doing. And the other thing, I've actually been approached. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this person's name yet, so I won't. But by a fountain pen reviewer about doing, what would it be called? Where we both... See, this is a side of YouTube I don't know as much about. But where we would both broadcast together. Live stream? No, I just said live stream. Google Hangouts, is that what it's called? Anyway, where two people are online together. And I don't know with those if you get audience questions or not. So I know Goulet Pens just did one with Fig Boot on pens. So I don't have as big a name interested in doing that as Goulet Pens or even Fig Boot on pens. But, would that be something of interest? So, just some of the things I'm thinking about. Like I said, it's not going to happen in February. It's got to wait till after March 9th when life will slow down for me finally. But anyway, those are things I'm thinking about. So if videos like this where I look at fountain pens and inks interest you, rural North Dakota people interest you, please feel free to subscribe below. And if you want to talk about anything brought up in this video, any of the pens, inks, or other topics, please feel free to comment below. So I thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.